Okay, so this is what I got going so far. The roofs are all now a matte black like I wanted. I'm gonna have to end up dirtying them up there, make them look used. I got the first row of RGB LEDs here set up. Might be hard to see in the picture, but they in the video I should say, but they're all yellow. And so the first row was done up front, and then I started working on the second row. So like if I take this panel out, so you'll see the RGB LEDs are all there soldered, and then they're glued a little lower than the frame here, so that when the roof goes on, it's not the lip on these bars, because you can see there's lips here. Here's like a little lip on each side, so I didn't want it sitting on the wire. So I had to basically put a soldering iron on the wire and then push it down a bit, so it ends up being more or less flat. It's pretty flat. I might be able to, I don't know, it's a little rough finish there, but so I'll have to see if I can file it down to make it super clean, but in reality it's good the way it is. So I'm going to continue that second row all the way to the other side here, and then when I go to the second part of the roof up here, I'm not sure if I'll put one or two lights about that far apart. So I'll have to think about that one, because after I'm going to have that roof removable, so that if the train gets, a locomotive gets stuck in there, I'd be able to get in there and push it. And I think I might keep them apart instead of centering one, because eventually I would like to put some servos like this. There's some, but I would have to build a the right kind of structure. So let me see if I put it in there. See, they have to be off-centered, these guys, because they so that the pin here would be centered with the door. So I guess somehow I would have to end up attaching them there. Anyway, I'll make a 3D print a new box. Put that there. So I guess as a reference, if I center that, I'll have to make sure that the LED is, you know, here, and the other one is there, so it doesn't obstruct with the installation of that. I'm not sure if see if it's too high, the arm when it comes down, if it's, you know, below this part, this roof line. So I might have to you know, put it like lower down here. But obviously when it triggers back and forth, it doesn't hit the a locomotive. So I'll have to think about that, maybe test one or two servos. But yeah, for now, that'll be like that. And then I think back here on these ones, the lower level, I think I'm going to end up putting two LEDs instead of one in the center, because then they'll be like half lit in here. So if I put one over the window, it'll look a little bit nicer. So that's what that looks like there. I'll turn off the lights, see what it looks like in the dark. So that's what that looks like. And then if I call up the tracks, let me see, one thing I sort of got going here. I'll use this tablet. See if I call up track number 121. See, the light went to red. The track line's up there. And then if I go throw, see, it flips to green. And then the head part will come there. Yeah. Well, what I like to get going is, because if I call up another track, let's say one of those tracks there, let's say 111. Okay, see, that one went red. For close, if I go throw, it goes to green. See, but then this one here stays green, even though the train is no longer, the locomotive or the bridge is no longer going there. I would like that if I call up, because obviously the bridge can only go to one track at a time. So I would like it that whatever track it's going to would go green, and then once it gets there, then it would just go back to yellow. And any other track that was green or red, depending if it was calling the tail or the head, well then that would go back to yellow once the locomotive gets there. Either yellow, or if it's set to yellow, it would go yellow, or if the light is off, it would go off, because eventually I might just have it that instead of all the buildings lit up, all the lights lit up, I'll just have the track lit up, the stall lit up individually. So if I went to track 5, well, the stall 5 would light up. And then again, not necessarily programmed with the bridge, but independent. So if I wanted to track 5, 7, 9, 17 stalls on, well, then the lights would go yellow. So I can individually turn them on and off. So that would work as one thing. The other thing would be, as I said, with the red and green lights, that when I call it, the light goes red or green. And once the locomotive gets there, if the lights were on, well, they'll stay on. If the yellow lights were off, well, then the light would turn off. So that's how that looks like for now. Let me see if I go back to 220. I think I gave it an address 223. Close. Not sure what that address was. Oh, yeah, there you go. They shut it off. Turn it back on. Okay, well, it's cool that cleared the track. So we'll have to see how that all works into my programming. Turn it off. There we go. Turn it on. That's it. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.